Hello and welcome. Welcome to my channel. My name is April and here I am for some energy updates for whenever this comes across your page, because energy is fluid and time is an illusion. We all have the availability to tap into the same energy at any given time per where we are in our current experience. In your healing journey at the moment, you've surrendered something that is the key to your elevation. You're going to be receiving a quick communication from an outside person that solidifies you hold the key to your own development. You might want to go outside and just listen, sit in quiet and listen to the birds chirp. You may get downloads or uploads depending on what information you're trying to acquire at this time. Ugh. Okay. Spring is just around the corner for us here in the Northern Hemisphere, and you are about to transform completely, but you're in your own way. Your mind is stopping you from being able to unfurl into this new identity. I'm hearing this message as advice for myself. Now the monarch, beautiful in its own right, had become a representation of a relationship that I didn't get to have with my daughter. So when I saw a monarch, I was tickled with the idea that her beauty still exists. After she passed away, I went and released butterflies as one of the forms of therapy, because the therapy for losing a child is ongoing. Sending extra love and support to all of those who have children that have passed over. Now, there was 1 year, okay, let me try and figure out what year it was. I'm gonna guess that it was one of the years that I was doing that I was really starting to delve into my spiritual practice. So it's 2017 or 2018. And I was just at Tim Hortons, nothing big. Like, Tim Hortons is our coffee shop here in Canada. It was December. It was the middle of December. And a monarch was flying around my car. I was like, how odd is that? How odd is that? That thing is surviving right now. Like, isn't their season long over? Where did it come from? And it made me understand the limitless possibility of the natural world. And even though we're not in our proper cycles of life, it doesn't mean it's impossible. So we have the Eight of Swords here. Eight of Swords is mental entrapment. Mental entrapment has been coming up on my table quite a bit lately. These are all lies we tell ourselves. The webs we weave. The eight. The webs we weave. Oh my goodness. Okay. So this card for me is entanglement. Let me just dig in here a little bit. So we have the spider. Something that we are often afraid of. Something that, as a tarot analogy, means work and effort put into it. Now, excuse me. Excuse me. Just move in some energy. I'm not trying to be rude or vulgar. Hiccups and burps are like dense energies moving through my body. I've always had these issues. I didn't really accept them as dense energies moving through my bodies until recently. So we have another animal from the kingdom of life, who is diligent in their effort to create this cage where we trap things. And I'm going to go back to this mental entrapment. Ooh, I love this. I love this. Okay. So how I've been seeing the spider web. Is the people that we spend our time with all become a line. And then the people they spend their time with become a line. And then the people they spend their time with become a line. And it expands outward. Now, without even understanding entanglement, we have a whole bunch of energies coming into us that don't align with the essence of our soul. They create disharmony inside our own vessel, and it feels like we are on a never-ending wheel, the World card, of work. Excuse me for a second. Start to put that. Flemmy. Okay. Where was I? So we have other people's information coming into us as we sit in the center of the web. So this means that we're not moving in our own authentic form. We have other people's tangible reality coming in these lifelines that are attached to our being. Now I have 88 here, and for me 88 is the energy of the whole universe. There are 88 constellations in our known universe. I'm sure there are more, but we only identify 88 of them. Now, I have the world and the new beginning. I have the world and the fool. Now it's a cycle. There are many cycles. We close some, we open some. We have to be vulnerable enough to move forward. We have to get out of our mental entrapment and our physical entanglement and get into our own energy. Rebirth ourselves into a new form. Close this cycle that is playing out. The keys here, this circle key thing looks like a cylindrical piano for me. So it'll just keep playing and playing. That cycle will just keep playing out. It'll just keep playing out, playing out, playing out until we decide that we're going to approach it in a different manner. This is stemming from abandonment. This is stemming from how we have allowed ourselves to abandon our own consciousness. For me, this red rose represents the conscious mind. Now, when it's in full bloom, we are in our conscious state. But this here is withered and wilted. We're not even in our subconscious or our unconscious. We've just given up on trying. I will try to be as least harsh as I possibly can, but now I've had to go through this energy recently, this abandonment energy. So this abandonment energy is trying to bring in a new truth. Fast moving action of truth. Now, the truth is going to get you out of this frequency of stagnation, of mental blockages, of not feeling like you can move. Mentally, you feel like I've chalked myself into this corner. This is what I got over here. 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 And it's got to all stay like this, or else it's going to pierce my delicate skin. I can't handle it. I can't handle looking at those thoughts. I can't handle looking at those cords of attachment. I can't handle seeing my energy so spread out. Okay, let's see. So there's got to be some kind of bleed through, some kind of rain. This one and this one here look like rain. Like this dottingness. It looks like rain to me. Like there's going to be a cleanse. There's going to be a purge. And your reflection is going to set itself out again. Once you emote some dark hidden feeling. Now the bat for me is the underworld. The bat for me is the inner being ignored. It is the shadow. Being as the bat relies only on what it can hear, sense, or feel. This is what it's like when you have to go on the deep descent with inside the own self. You're kind of like fishing around in the dark for what is blocking you from moving forward, or what kind of ideas, what kind of actual physical baggage we're believing that belongs to another person. Ooh, something just moved out of me. Physical baggage. When I said physical baggage. Now, on here, underneath here, we still got another, there's a relationship that is trying to be birthed with this very limited consciousness, but it's coming from a place of dark action. Like this, for me, this Son of Wands, somebody who is just acting on impulse, is not really creating, these could be dark thoughts also. Because the swords are dark. Some of them, they're not like that. Some of them are light. Can we get a light sword? Are there light swords? Oh, yeah, on the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords are light. It's still hard energy, but at least they're light. This is where I'm coming with dark and light. And the wands are like that too. Some of the wands are light. This is when he's matured. This is the father. And this is the son. Okay. Okay, where are we going here? Two of Cups. Two of Cups is a relationship, a soulmate, a bond, a union. But there's something here that just doesn't sit right. It's coming from the first and second chakra. Second and third chakra. It's a connection that's coming from the second and third chakra. So this is somebody who is trying to control your power and objectify your creativity. And you're supposed to sit in your own reflection and decide from a space of darkness, I don't desire this kind of relationship anymore. Okay. I want something in the physical world that brings me new growth and the ability to unfurl, to find my balance within, to allow myself to have no more mental limits, to allow myself to take the proper steps forward. We have 21, the world, close it. 0, the Fool. And then the first time we have an actual 1, it's an Ace of Pentacles. Tangible, physical gift from the universe, giving it right to you. And what does it do? It balances, I'm going to say, your nervous system, as this would be where your sacral is. This is first of all, there's a test to see if you want this kind of a relationship. And when you say, no, I don't want that kind of emotional connection that comes from someone who's working with dark actions, you get a brand new beginning, and it assists you in your transformation. I have more on here with the cards. More court cards. We have the Fawn, which is, you could be in fight, flight, freeze, or fawn, as the Daughter of Pentacles. And the Daughter of Pentacles, I say all the time, is someone who is a previous version of who you once were. And she's showing a maturity here with, no, I don't want that in my cup. This is it. This is the relationship I'm being offered with this very small consciousness. And I'd rather sit in my abandoned movement of truth instead of be somewhere where I cannot flourish. Meow, 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 meow. Now, I know I'm digging at the bottom, but I like this kind of thing. I like this kind of, this is creating a story no matter what. It doesn't matter if the cards it doesn't matter how the cards come out. I'm not limited to understand the story based on how the cards are drawn. So I have a 21 and I have a 12. Again, I get this mirroring stuff going on all the time. And this is telling me you have to go down deep into the darkness to be able to close the cycle. You have to see all the ways that you abandon yourself. You have to see all the ways that you're connected to other people, and other people may be influencing your inability to move, because your ideas and your transformation is something that others cannot comprehend. They can't comprehend it for themselves, and they can't comprehend it for you because they've never come into this level of maturity, this emotional maturity, where somebody just says, that's not for me, I don't want it. I don't have to have it, it's for me, and I choose not to have it. There is something that has been manifesting. This is the Magician. This is the manifestation card. And it has been manifested from a space of competition, from comparison, from, again, dark actions. These dark actions come from, I want what they have, instead of creating it for yourself. Now, the magician's tools are dark, not saying he is a dark magician, but again, we're showing that sacral and solar plexus color, this kind of magic is something done to overpower the physical centers of another human being. I'm not saying it's you. I'm not saying you're doing this, or you could be doing this without even knowing it. Even when we create this new opportunity, we are creating this new opportunity from these two spaces. And that is giving us movement past this union of comparison. This is things of the past. This is things that we are moving away from. Because we are learning how to infinitely take action from a lighted space, from a space of growth. And it leads us to finding a partner we can soar with. The goose, the goose partner. It just makes me laugh about the honking, the honking that the geese do when they fly overhead. And this partnership allows you to be in every color. Allows you to be in every color. Allows you to be in every color. I don't know how much is... even these two here are allowing you to be in every color. I don't know how well it shows up on the camera, but this has got a rainbow around the rim. This here too, every color. So you have to think to yourself when you're being offered a relationship. It affects your whole universe. This next relationship will affect your whole universe, especially if you have been in a state of abandonment. Ever. We all have these same kind of energies available to us at all times. So it's not uncommon for us to go through abandonment. It's a core wound. It comes in with us. Some of it, like I had to go back to birth to get my abandonment wound. And I actually went back into the womb space because I was abandoned while I was in utero. Ground and clear, ground and clear. I'm okay with it.